Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. How, excuse me, how are you guys this morning? It is 5:39 in the a.m. on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Oh, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I think next year, I'm already planning my days for next year. I know that I know what days I have to be off next year. For Chris, graduation. All right. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I know what days I have to be off. But before I go into my car chat subject and start talking to you guys, how you guys doing today? How was your weekend? I hope you had a great weekend. And more importantly, I hope you had a safe weekend. Amen, somebody. There was a lot of shootings and a couple of killings here in Chicago. It was. I don't know what's going on here, but end of summer is almost at an end. Fall is right around the corner, and I guess people was trying to get it in. In this last bout of summer, I guess, and people was clowning and acting a goddamn fool. So yeah, it was some things that transpired and was going on. I need to lock this door. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, it was some things going on. Around the weekend. Unnecessary things, of course. Just unnecessary. But nevertheless, the weekend was lit for me. I was at a picnic Saturday, my class of 1988, all class picnic. And then the alumni picnic in Kankakee, Sunday. And so I was pretty busy. And there was a lot of other things that went on over the weekend. We had the after party, the Labor Day after party, the all class alumni after party after the picnic. Didn't attend that. Then there was events all during the week leading up to the alumni picnic. I missed all of those. I missed the black party Friday night. I missed all of that. I missed it all. So only thing that was a hard stop. Only thing I attended was the alumni picnic Sunday and my picnic Saturday. And I'm tired just from that. Seriously. But it was a good time. We had a great time. We had a great time at the picnic. We had a great time fellowshipping, seeing people, because we truly don't see each other unless you're friends with that person, and you see them at a wedding or birthday party, somebody having a birthday party. But for the most part, at this picnic, you get to see everybody. We see each other on Facebook, like I said, if we're Facebook friends, and we have an alumni Facebook page. So we see each other there. But to physically be able to come in contact with people that you just see on a page is wonderful. So I got to see a lot of my my friends from my Facebook page, from the alumni. I know a lot of people from different classes, especially the 80s. Don't know a lot of 90 classmates in 2000. Know some 70s and some 60s. But for the most part, those 80s, because I graduated in 88, I know a lot of them, you know. But we had an awesome time. It was really, really wonderful. It was good to see people. And the picnic just brings out people that, some people that you haven't even seen from high school. You know, you'd be like, oh my God. And you recognize people and you go, wow, I haven't seen you since we graduated. And that's the beauty of the picnic. And the young lady who originally started the picnic, she died back in 2018, I think. Yeah, it was in 2018. She died of a massive heart attack. And she was young. And died in her sleep. So I always try to keep her legacy alive. I always talk about her. I always give her, you know, I send props out to her, you know, because without her, there would be no CVS alumni picnic. And the two guys who put the picnic together, who took it over, because we started the picnic in 2010, and she kind of like, she didn't do it, she didn't have the help that she needed to get it going. So the very first picnic we had was in 2010, and then in 2011, when we wanted to do it again, he came along, another guy that graduated my sister, and another guy that's class 83. They came along, and they decided to take it over, and really they made it grow into the vision that it is. And so it is, they have a whole committee for it, and I mean, it's wonderful. But they never recognize her, and I have an issue with that. You know, they never, ever recognize her. They never give her props, and that bothers me. You know, that bothers me, because it's nothing to say her name and to remember her. You know, because that's whose ideal it was. That's where it came from. But you know, people, you know, everybody want to act like, oh, it was me, you know. And I hate people that are so, you know, self-absorbed, and I just want to be, you know, don't want to tell the truth about what is. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But I don't say nothing, because I had asked them before to recognize her at the picnic. They said that they would. They never did. So I put it up in my alumni page. I said, this is the person who originally, this was her idea. This was her baby. And because of her, this is why we are still rocking and rolling. And I said, I know that she is somewhere, not somewhere. I know that she is in heaven looking down, smiling on what her legacy brought forth, you know. I never ever want to be the type of person to be so big that be so big where I can't recognize somebody else, where I can't give kudos or recognize people for being or for doing the great things that they do. I never want to be that person. I just don't. So anyway, she started it, and it was a great picnic. It was far. It was in Kankakee. I did 56 miles each way. So it took us about an hour, a little bit less than that. for us to get there, and same thing coming back. But I made good time, and baby, I was ripping that highway up. I was ripping that highway up, honey. And you know, we came on. You know, we came on through, and we made it do what it do. So my sister went. Her husband did not go. I was so glad, because originally we weren't gonna go because of the distance. And so my girlfriend, one of my good girlfriends, she was like, I'm thinking about going to the picnic. You should come. And me and her both was totally against going because of the distance. And so I said, girl, I said, you going? And she said, yeah. She said, you should come. You should come. So I said, okay. So I said, let me see what my sister want to do. And I said, I'll get back to you. So I text my sister and I said, hey, so this was last Wednesday or last Thursday. So I texted my sister. I said, Gil is going to the picnic, and she's trying to get me to come. I said, what do you think? So she texts back, well, I really, really wanted to go, but I just didn't want to say nothing to you because I know that you do the driving. Because my sister hates to drive, like my mama. They don't like to drive. And she said, and I know you would have to be the one to drive. She said, so I just wasn't going to say anything, but I really wanted to go. She said, but I just got my mind together that I wasn't going. So I just said, you know, I'm not going. And I'm just gonna, you know, just put it out of my mind. So I said, do you want to go? So she said, I really do. So I said, okay. And I said, we can go. And she said, you sure? I said, yeah. She said, well, I'll give you gas money. So she did. And she said I had already put the gas in the car Saturday night when I came back from the other picnic. So she said that she Zelled me, send me the money on Sunday when we were getting ready to leave. We was in the car together. She said, I'm going to send you the gas money. So she sent me the gas money. And so we went on and we went. And, you know, she was thanking me. She was like, thank you. She was like, because I really wanted to go. But I, you know, and so I asked her, I said, is Greg going? And she was like, no. I asked her this before when I first brought it up about the picnic. Because if he was going, I wasn't going. I wasn't going. Seriously. Or I would have told her, you know what? Chris and I'll meet y'all. And I would have rode with Chris. Chris went too. He's gone to every picnic since he was a little boy. He was born in 2008. He's been going since he was 2. He went to the very first picnic. He's gone to every picnic. And that's why he's so popular with the alumni, because everybody knows who he is, just not from me posting him on Facebook, but because he attends the picnic. And people were like, oh my God, when they saw him, they were like, he's so tall. I can't believe he's a senior in high school, you know. So yeah, but he had a good time. He had a real good time. And they was just so happy to see him. And they were all like, oh my gosh, Real, I can't believe Chris is going on prom. We remember when he was just a baby. I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, if her husband had went, I would have went, but I wouldn't have rode with them. I'd have said, I'll see y'all there. Because I don't like the way he drive. I don't like the way he drive. He drive crazy to me. And, you know, I would have just drove with me and Chris. But he didn't go. So it was me, her, and Chris that went. And we went on and made our way. And we had a great time. We did. We really had a good time. And my sister and I agreed that we would leave before it got dark because it was in Kankakee, which is like, you know, like in the boondocks on a farm, because we basically was on a farm. And when we were driving out there, I said, you know, street lights out here. And she was like, yeah, I noticed that. I said, so you know what that means, right? She was like, we leaving early. I said, yes, ma'am. So we got there early. We left my house at 9:30. She got to my house at 9:35. We loaded the car up with the chairs and everything. And she came in for a minute. She came in to use the bathroom. I told Chris, go use the bathroom. I always use the bathroom before we go anywhere. Use the bathroom. We did all of that. Then we got ready. You know, we loaded the car up and we were on our way a little bit before 10 o'clock. And we got out there like 10:45, a quarter to 11, something like that. Next year we probably leave even a little bit earlier than that. So we were out there for some hours, and 5:30, I was packing my stuff up, looking for Chris. I was like, let's go. We leaving. Because first of all, when we got out there, it was plenty of parking. Because it's like on a farm, like a big ranch, like big, just a farm. And they had parking attendants. So you parked on the grass. So they guided you in for you to park. So we parked up on, you know, in the grass or whatever. And so I told my sister, I said, let me just tell you this. It was 15,000 people out there at this picnic. They have a drone that be flying around. And in this drone, I guess however they had this drone set up, it counts the people that are out there. They do it every year. So I told my sister, I said, I am not going to be trying to wrestle when we trying to come out of here and we trying to leave. I said, I do not want to be coming out with everybody else. She said, I agree. I said, I want to come out of here, come straight up out of here. And I said, because it's going to be so much traffic trying to come out of here. And I said, and it's dark, going to be dark as hell, because there are no street lights down this road. I said, no, we leaving when it's still dark, when it's still light. So 5:30, we was out of there. And then we left there. We left and we ran into some traffic on I-57. It was a straight shot down I-57. So we left, we got on the expressway coming back, and there was a car accident. So that was the traffic that we ran into. Once we got past that was way like near home. But we ran into some traffic, so that was our delay. We was delayed for about 20 minutes or so. And once we got past that, it was smooth sailing. Then we went back to see my mama. And because my sister drove to my house and left her car in front of my house. So I told her to put it in the garage, but she didn't want to do it. She was like, nah, just leave it here. I was like, all right. So she drove to my house, and then we went in to see my mama. And we sat over there for about an hour and talked to her, and then we were home. And then Chris and I went to get some Chinese food. My sister was like, because we didn't take no food. There was food vendors there, not many, but there were some. So we ate there. They had all types of vendors for all different types of things. So, you know, and I like the way that the vendors all had their cash apps set up where you could cash app them. All you had to do was, drive crazy. All you had to do was scan it. And it was very, 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 very well organized. My only complaint is the bathroom situation. They had porta potties. I hate porta potties. Porta potties just ain't made for girls with big asses and big hips. Okay? They ain't. I don't care what size you get. They just ain't made for that. So, with that being said, I like the other place we had it at in Calumet City because there was an actual bathroom that you could go up in. If you gave them $5, they let you use the bathroom. They stamped your hand. You can use the bathroom all day long, you know. So my sister don't like porta potties either. I did use the porta potty at the picnic on Saturday. It was at his house. We used the porta. They had nice. The porta potty was nice. I just don't like it. I despise porta potties. That's my only thing. My only thing. I need a bathroom and a clean one. I can't stand the nasty ass bathroom. People do all kinds of things in them. I would hate to be the person to have to clean the park bathroom. It is fucking disgusting. I never forget. We went to a picnic from my grandmother's church behind the museum, and my father went to use the bathroom, and he got in there, and it was so nasty, he got sick. He threw up. His stomach, he had the weakest stomach. My father had the weakest stomach. I told him one day when he was living, and I was working behind the garbage truck, I said, Daddy, you could have never done this job. And he said, why you say that? I said, I ain't gonna even tell you because I don't want to make you sick. I said, but I'm telling you, you could have did that job. And Christopher's stomach is weak too. He got a weak stomach as well. Weak. It take a whole lot for me to get sick on my stomach. If I throw up, it's because it's food poisoning, or I'm sick from the flu, or But I don't throw up like that. Stuff don't. I mean, there's some things that do gross me out, but not much. But baby, weak. Come on, would you turn the corner? Ain't nothing coming. I'm not understanding this. Oh, God. Come on. What is we sitting here for? These people, I swear. I can't stand these pace drivers. I can't stand these motherfuckers. They are the worst. He tying up traffic because he refuses to turn. Oh, I can't stand pace. I cannot stand them. Anywho, y'all. So yes, Chris' stomach is weak like that. Well, I don't have a weak stomach like that, but I know a lot of people that do. But working behind that truck, that garbage truck, the smell and what you see, I know a lot of people that get sick, that's gotten sick working behind the garbage truck. So you could never do that job. I told Chris, I don't think you could do it either. He was like, no, I couldn't. I don't think I could do it. These men with these weak ass stomachs. I tell you. So I was glad that we had left at the time that we did leave, because I came right on up out of there. I didn't have no problems. I didn't have to fight with traffic trying to get out. It was perfect. I don't know about you all, but I'm just the type of person that I don't like to leave when everybody is leaving. Like, even when I go to a concert and it's almost coming to the end, it's almost the last song, I'm getting up and I'm getting out of there, you know. What the hell is this? You better move, little ugly ass squirrel. You're gonna be a dead squirrel. He gonna come across the road and then just sit there like he thought I wasn't gonna hit his ass. Shit, I will. I don't like you little ugly motherfuckers anyway. I hate squirrels. Must have been a male squirrel. Like, bitch, hit me. Watch me. You finna be smashed like a motherfucking banana. Yeah, whatever, y'all. I know some of y'all like, oh, CC, that's so mean. Sit your ass there if you want to and think that I'm not gonna fucking hit you. I promise you I will. I shall return. Go punch this clock. Ugh. Hate squirrels. I think I hate squirrels as much as I hate frogs, rats, and mice. I hate them too. Man, it ain't that many people back here. People probably took off. It's real scarce. You won't believe this. I know y'all not gonna believe this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. My ear, my ear is not any better. My ear hurts. My mother keeps saying to me, that the antibiotics don't start working until after the 7 days. When you are on, I keep trying to explain this to my mother. By now, I should have had some relief. I'm not getting any relief. I put the drops in my ear last night. I woke up this morning and my ear hurts like hell. I don't know what else to do except for go to the ER. And that's the only thing that I can think to do at this point. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because it's not working. It's not working. The antibiotics that I'm on, I'm not getting any relief. My eardrum is so swollen that my eardrum is so swollen. These antibiotics are not working. I should have had some type of relief, and I'm not getting none. No type of relief. It don't make any sense. My ear should have popped by now. My eardrum is so swollen. It's not opening. It's not opening. I cannot hear. If I put the phone up to my ear like this to listen, I can hear, but it's not like the hearing over here. I'm so tired. This is tomorrow makes week number 3 that I've been going through this. You cannot tell me that I should not have had no relief by now. I should have. And my mother keep on saying, well, you're not finished with all the antibiotics. I know. But I got enough antibiotics in my system that this should be opening up, and it's not opening up. It's not opening up. So I'm thinking about going to the ER today. I'm thinking about going to the ER because, like I told you all, when she gave me the antibiotics, and I took those first set of antibiotics, which was amoxicillin. When I went back, she told me my ear was worse. And I'm telling y'all, it feel like my ear is getting worse. I had my mother and my sister touch my earlobe. They said it felt the same. This ear feel bigger to me. My sister said, I'm surprised you went and got your hair washed. I said, she didn't get no water in my ear. You know, we made sure of that. My mother thinks it's the fan, all this air that's blowing up. I've been using this fan. Seriously, I've been using this fan for a long time. I don't think it's the fan. When I woke up this morning, all it is, I was so stopped up. Now, I was going to use the neti pot, right? Well, I read on the directions that the neti pot said that if you have an ear infection, don't use it. So, you know, so I'm like, okay, well, what am I doing here? You know, I got to get this ear together because I'm flying next month. And I'm not going to be able to get on the airplane and fly with this ear like this. I'm not. So I've got to go. I have a doctor's appointment to see my doctor this in September. And I'm so tired of my ear hurting. I'm at the point I just want to cry. I'm so tired of it hurting. I mean, it has been hurting, and it's been like this for so long. And it just seemed like ain't nothing working for this ear. Ain't nothing working. You know, ain't nothing working. Ain't nothing working. So I'm going to go to the ER today. Now, I owe $200 for the last ER visit that I had. And, you know, I'm going to owe another $200. I ain't paid that. I'm going to have to owe another $200 if I go today. But I got it. I have got to get some relief. I have got to. I've been to urgent care twice. And nothing that they have given me has worked. Had I went to the emergency room the very first time that this happened, I probably wouldn't be still going through this. You know what I mean? But I'm tired. I'm so tired. I am so tired. So yesterday, you know, I showed you all on the video, my mother gave me the eardrops. I put the stuff in my ear. I woke up this morning, it felt tighter. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I just feel like my ear is more swollen than it was even before. I just feel like my ear just keep closing up. I don't want to lose hearing in this ear. You know what I'm saying? My mother's like, oh, you can just get a hearing aid. No, I want my hearing back. So I'm going to go to the ER and I need somebody to look down in my ear and tell me what's going on, because as long as I've been on these antibiotics, these antibiotics, I should feel some relief by now. And I'm not getting no relief. None. My ear is still hurting. Still hurting. I finished all of that other medicine. Because when you're on antibiotics, even though they tell you to take all of the antibiotics until all the antibiotics is gone, usually when you come into the end, you feeling better. I just, something ain't right. I know how my body feel, and I know something is not right. I know that. Something ain't right. I don't care. You know, I'm not trying to go against my mama, but I know my own body, and I know that I should not have this much pain and this much pressure in my ear. I just shouldn't. It's been going on too long. People keep saying, use sweet oil. Use this, use that. Well, she gave me the drops. She bought the drops. I'm telling you, it's something ain't right. If I look strange, my eyebrow pencil, I ran out of my eyebrow pencil. So I gotta wait till Friday, because that's when I get paid to get another one. I'm gonna call ComEd today. You know, I missed a payment, and because I missed a payment, they asking me now to pay. They're gonna charge me a $250 deposit. I'm like, what? I'm like, that don't even make sense. I'm like, that makes no sense at all. I just feel like it's something, I honestly feel like it's something more going on with my ear than just a regular ear infection. I've had ear infections before, and I've gotten antibiotics that gave me relief. And it ain't budging. It just ain't. My mother talked about, you gotta wait, you gotta give it time to work. It should have been in worked. It should have been in worked. I shouldn't still be in this much pain. Not like this. It should be opening up, and it's not opening up at all. I'm so frustrated. I tried everything. And then when the neti, I read the directions on the neti pot, and it said don't use it because I have it. It said do not use it if you have an ear infection. I'm like, I spent my money on this and I can't even use this. This is something more serious with this ear. Oh, so let me tell you all this. I think I mentioned this to you all in the other video. I did mention it to you all. I said it to you all yesterday. I told you all about Christopher's fees. I just found that to be, personally, I found it to be ridiculous. What they, the fees that they are requiring. I'm like, y'all got to be out y'all everlasting mind. But we're going to see how that's going to go. The other thing I wanted to tell you all was that my ex-friend, he was not at anything. He wasn't at the 88, he wasn't at the 88 class picnic, and I just knew he would be at that one. I didn't think he would come to the one in Kankakee, but he was at nothing. He didn't show up. So my girlfriend said he not coming because he thinks that I'm going to say something or do something and to embarrass him. I said, I don't think that's it. Because I'm not going to say nothing to you. As far as I'm concerned, it never happened. And that's the way I feel about that. I saw one of my good girlfriends who, you know, I told you we don't really talk anymore. I saw her, had a chance to see her because her husband went to CVS. That's how we met, through her husband. And I saw her. It was good to see her. We talked. We took pictures together and everything. She's going on a cruise. And, you know, I still love her. That's still my friend. She's going to always be my friend. You know, sometimes it just is what it is. But, you know, I told her I loved her. You know, we just had a good time seeing each other. You know, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to hold. I will step back from you when I feel hurt or when I feel like you haven't did me right. But I can see you and say hey to you and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is that when you get to be a certain age, with people leaving this world, like, you know, like they do, like we are, or like life is just a vapor. I don't have time to hold no grudge towards nobody. You know, if he had been there, I would have said, hey, I'm not saying I would have went up to him and talked to him and had a conversation with him. But if he came over there, he had started talking, I would have just talked. I would have played it off. But guess what? Tomorrow, we going back to the way it was. You know what I'm saying? We going back to the way it was. So, it is what it is, you know. But I'm doing everything I can to be a better me. I'm not saying I hit the mark every time. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, because I know I'm not. But I am not going to let anybody or determine or not determine. I'm not going to let anybody make me be somebody that I'm not. I guess that's what I'm saying. So it's like, hey, whatever you feel, whatever way you feel, or whatever's going on with you is just going on with you. So I'm not acting funny with nobody. Now, if you want to act funny, that's on you. You got to deal with that. Not me, you. But I'm going to be who I'm going to be who I am. I got all these lipsticks. You can't find the one I'm looking for. All of these look almost that doggone empty. I don't know if this is the most recent new one. Put all of them in here. What is this one? Yeah, this is red velvet. Maybe this is it. So I'm gonna do what, you know, I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure that I'm who I am. I'm not gonna let nobody change me. I ain't doing that. There's some in here. I can use this. What's this one called? Oh, feels so grand. Okay, I'm wear this one. So I spoke to her, you know, we had a good time, and you know, all of that. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I should put on this purple, since I kind of like a pink color. Yeah, I think I'll put this one on. You all, this is another MAC lipstick. I think I showed this to you all. This is Autonomized. I don't wear this one a lot, but my mother loves this color. I told my mother, she always trying to mix colors, lipsticks. I said, you can't mix every lipstick. I said, because it's not going to look right. I said, you changing the coloration. I like to mix my lipsticks. Okay, child, whatever. I never mix lipsticks. And that's another thing too, y'all. When I wake up in the morning, my head hurts. So I know it's all sinus. You know what I'm saying? I know it's all sinus related. I don't know. to me, this lipstick, you gotta put on a lot. You gotta put on a lot to make it pop. See, it's all really sinus. It's like my nose is stopped up. My ear is stopped up. It's I don't know. In the morning, it's the worst. I just want some relief. Jesus, just want some relief. Y'all, I was so upset last week. Let me tell y'all this right quick before I end this video. My family reunion on my dad's side was this past week. Was it this weekend? Yeah, they left. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I really wanted to go. It was in Nashville. I really wanted to go, but I couldn't go because I didn't have that much time. And two, because I'm going on this cruise next month, and I couldn't pay for both. So I wasn't able to go. I really wanted to see the Cottons. I wanted to see my side of the family. Well, this is on my dad's side. But I didn't have enough time. Don't have enough time off work. And I couldn't do both. I just could not do both. Oh, and that was the other thing they told them too. They also told them that Chris, they also told the seniors that they can't miss a lot of days of school. They can only miss a total of 18 days, because if they miss more than that, they won't be able to walk across the stage. So they're making sure that they are in attendance. Okay. Well, he does have a cold, but I told him you better work it out. And with us going on this cruise, he'll only miss one day because they're actually having an in-service meeting that week that we're going on a cruise. So the only day he'll miss is Wednesday. So I told him, I said, Chris, you got to go to school especially in the month of September. I said, because we're going to be leading up to the cruise, and you're already going to miss, that Wednesday, because Thursday and Friday, there's no school. And then Monday is a holiday. So that's going to be perfect. I may let him stay home the day after we get back just to rest, because I don't know if I'm going. I'm going to see. But I plan on coming to work. I have to see how many sick days I will have. So I think we get 4 hours of sick each month or something like that. So I'll have, so I just got 4 hours yesterday, and I'll get another 4 in October. So I'll need that day, that Wednesday, the day that we leave, because what day did I take? I took some day. I don't know what I took, but I have 1 vacation day and 1 personal day left, and I'm gonna need that for Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna do my edit today. And like I said, and that Wednesday, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna use my sick day for that. That's how I'm gonna do that. It's a shame you don't get that many days. But I'm gonna be, I think, I'm coming up to 13 years here. I think I get an extra day after being here so many years. I don't remember how it worked. I think I get 18 days now. I think once you've been here 14 years, after you've been here 14 years, you get, whatever it is, it's stupid. I can tell you that. It still ain't enough time. It's just not. It's not enough time. You don't have enough time to, you just don't have enough time to take off. Since I got on purple lipstick, I'll put the purple blush on. I don't know who designed these days for us, but it's ridiculous. Like, who came up with this? It's 365 days in a year. 365 days. And you're going to give me only 18 days for the whole year and 1 personal day? And we just got sick time. Just got that, 2 years ago? Because when I first started, there was no sick time. I said, what do y'all, I don't understand these jobs. And so we had this mayor, Mayor Jane Byrne, this white lady. She was the first female mayor we had in Chicago. She took away the company that I work for, she took away our sick days. Just like the mayor that we had, not the 2 mayors, the last 2 mayors we've had have been black. We had 1 woman mayor who was an openly gay, lesbian mayor. Now we have a black man. And before that, we had a Jewish mayor. He took away, stripped us of our insurance. So that's why people will not retire here, because they know if they retire, they're not going to have any health insurance. And years ago, working here, you got health insurance when you retired here for life. Whew. I tell you. When other people are controlling the dynamics, child, it's a mess. It's a mess. So they're in court right now fighting for us to get our insurance back. This system that we live in, this system, I don't get it. I do not get it. Well, you all, I've held you long enough. I'm gonna let you go. I feel like I was all over the place today in this car chat. But y'all pray for me and pray for this ear. I have got to get some relief. I got to. It's driving me crazy, seriously. So please keep me in your prayers. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate the love that you all have shown to me. I appreciate it. I hope you all have an awesome day today. I plan to come live later on today. I do plan to come live. And we'll chat then, okay? So have an awesome, beautiful day. All right, you guys. Peace and love. Bye.